The value of you. Beloved one, let us continue our series on value. We have spoken of the value of love, and you know the expanded feeling when you have fallen in love with someone and there is no one else in the world who turns your light on so brightly, makes you come alive, as that one person who allows you to feel totally alive, totally valued, with the smile on the face and the smile in the heart. We have spoken of the value of love as you give it to other ones. They see that they have value in your eyes, and it changes everything for them. In truth, each and every one of you has much more value than you realize. You have been taught for so many centuries that you have to prove yourself. You have to qualify for the value. But in truth, you have value in the most wondrous beginning of ways of being. Even before you have manifested a body, you have the value of the creative one. You are the one expressing as the many. Take that in for a moment. Realize, make real in your awareness, how that could be. You are the one expressing as the many. As you would see the sparkles of sunlight on the water as the waves of water play on the ocean, you are the sparkles of light which play. In the heavens you are the streaks of light when you have a certain storm, and you have the flashes of light. That is you creating. In truth, as I have said to you many, many times, there is no separation. You are all that you behold and much more. We have spoken of the value of the breath. As you take upon yourself the consciousness of form, you build into it the life-giving breath. You are the breath of life, expressing. And we spoke of the various forms of life you have devised and are perfecting. Some forms have been expressed and then completed and recessed into history. Some forms are yet to come. Sometimes in meditation you have played with, how would it feel to be the large-winged one, the raptor? How would it feel to be the caterpillar, and how would awareness change with the change of form into one known as the butterfly? How would it feel to be the large four-footed one and to snort the breath, the horse? How would it feel to be the mastodon? You have played with, how would it be to sit in quietness and feel what is going on with someone living in another state, another location within this big conglomeration of states? You have thought of someone, and instantly you are with them as you think of them. There are times when they will use the technology, call you up and say, I just thought of you. Are you thinking of me? And yes, of course, you are, and sometimes it will just be a feeling of warmth, a feeling of having connected. Now, at all times you are connected. There is never any time that you are apart from anyone whom you think of and anyone in the realm of being. Yes, that does boggle the mind, because the mind is used to everything being in neat order in a lineage, if you will. But in truth, you are as the vastness of the ocean, the vastness of the sky. That is you. Now let us talk about the value of you. Do you have any value? Yes, you have much value. You are, in truth, the extension of the one divine energy. You are the extension come into what seems to be a very delineated reality, and yet at any time you are able to tune into a stream of consciousness, a stream of energy which takes you out of the small point of focus. Other times you feel so hemmed in by circumstances and the emotions that there needs to be a small housekeeping cleaning of changing the energy. And then, as you will move into the space of knowing and claiming your Christhood, your oneness with all, you change your world. I hear you calling out that you want to change the world. You want to change perceptions, future events, relationships. You want to make them more loving, more supportive, more encompassing of all. So you allow the deep breath and move into a new space of energy. Now, you have heard it said, and your scientists will corroborate, that all is energy. On the physical level, all is energy. So if you feel that you are hemmed in by heavy energy, go out and speak with the trees. Speak with the birds, the flowers. Speak with the breeze of the wind that goes by, and know that truly you are as free as the wind, because there is no separation. There is no separation. You are the wind itself, and I have seen you be the wind from time to time when you got up a good field of energy. You were the wind, which is a good way of cleansing. I have seen that blow through the emotions. Do you have value? Yes. And on a very important level, as you interact with the brothers and sisters, you allow them to come up higher because you see value in them. That is how powerful you are. Oftentimes you think nothing of your effect on the others, because you think, well, of course, they know who they are. They know that they have value. They know that they're important. And yet, sometimes ones do not know it. They are just play acting because they do not know what else to do. They keep on acting like they are enjoying life, but really they are afraid. Then you come along and look them in the eye and see value in them, and they catch a spark of something a little different. You have looked at them. You have really, really looked at them. Now, you know that in your day and time, right now, people often just walk on by, or maybe there is a cursory, "Hi, how are you?" which means nothing as they interpret it. But when you stop and really look at them and maybe say something to them, it changes the energy level for them and for you, too. It allows them to take a different look at themselves. When you are happy to see someone, it changes the energy field, and it may make all the difference in that day. You do not know, they may have gotten up in the morning and done a bellow that was a bellow of sorrow and said, "I'm out of here." You have nowadays ones who choose to allow the body to be released. Why? Because they feel that they do not have value. They feel that there is not anything worth living for. And yet if they are out somewhere and you meet them and look at them, truly look at them, they may change their mind and decide to stay one more day, or perhaps more, because you have looked at them and have seen the Christ of them. You have seen their value. You have seen that it is the Godhood walking on 2 feet, using the energy of the illness to express for one more day. You may not know what you have done. In fact, many times you do not know. But because you have looked at them and really saw them, and they have felt that, it has changed their life. And you might say, "Well, I didn't do anything. I just said hello. I just said, oh, I like what you're wearing. That shirt that you have on is quite colorful." You may not even get that personal with them, or you may. Or you make a comment which allows them to know that you are sharing yourself with them. It is subtle, and they may question, "Well, did she really speak to me? Well, I think she did, I'm not really sure. But maybe I'll stick around one more day and see what happens." And one more day is one more day is one more day, and maybe they will see something worthwhile in living. They chose, as you all do in the beginning, they chose to be born. Even in families where they have one child after another after another after another, did they all choose? Yes, they did, in conjunction with the host. I have just heard the phraseology, the host body, that is the mother, that is the host body. In truth, it is the mother. Not just the host body. The expression needs a little more feeling. Once more with feeling. The mother. They chose, mother and child, in agreement with each other. You all have value. It cannot be otherwise, because you are the extension of the one creative principle. How could you not have value if you are the extension of the one, capital O? Creative principle, capital P. Okay. Creative principle, 1. CPO. You know this. Blessed art thou if you practice it and put it out to other ones. Blessed are you. In other words, happy are you. That is the real meaning of blessed. Happy are you if you live from the space of oneness. Oneness with love brings joy. Value, worth, worship, which has been translated as worship. You worship once. I have been worshipped. Why? Because I allowed my life to be lived even through what could have been a very painful experience. It was not. In consciousness it was not experienced as painful. The body was not totally happy with the energy of the crucifixion, but for my consciousness it was not a problem. You can come through, and you have come through, lifetimes where you were requested to let go of the body in what oftentimes was a painful experience. You know this even in this day and time. The body does not like to have itself rearranged, and it will complain, mildly and extremely. Allow the body to be happy. Allow the body to live in joy. Allow yourself to know from whence you have made the body, from whence you have come, and you have come from that one, capital O, experience. And when you are finished with this experience, you will go on forever and ever past the concept of time. Now, that boggles the mind a little bit. What do you mean I will go on past the concept of time? That is all that time is, a concept. Well, do I have to age? In truth, no, you are as young right now as you were when you were first born. And sometimes when you are searching for an answer to something, you feel that you are still the innocent one, not knowing. When you realize, make real in your awareness, your value, first of all, there is the feeling of exaltation, my goodness, my God. I am that? Yes, you are that. Now what am I going to do with that? You are going to smile. You are going to love. You are going to walk as the Christ that you are, allowing yourself to smile, to be, to feel as young as you always have been. That is a new thought. You mean I'm as young now as I ever was? In truth, yes. You are creating. If you want to create youth, you can create youth of the body with the wisdom gained from the lifetime. Good combination. Why not? Try it on for size. See how it feels. Everything is as you judge it, as you call it. It is like with your sports teams. You have your judges, the umpires, the ones who call whether it is a ball or a strike. Everything in your life is as you call it. Call it good. Call it a blessing. Even if you do not see the blessing right away, say, I know, Jeshua told me there's going to be a blessing in this sometime. And you have seen in your lifetime that something you did not quite welcome at the time, you have remembered later and said, oh, that was the meaning of that. That was why. Because if that hadn't happened, X, Y, and Z wouldn't have happened afterwards. And you have seen the worth, the value in everything that you create. So look at everything you create and know that it has value, it has meaning, and rejoice. You are great creators. And sometimes you will say that about yourself, oh, I am such a great creator. Look at the fertilizer that I have created. But then other times you look around and say, look at the friends that I brought into my life. Look at the joy in my life. Yes, you are creating it moment by moment and appreciating it, because as you appreciate something, you are in joy with it, and it grows, it increases, you appreciate. So make your life happy, because you can do it. I know. I know that which you are, and I love that which you are. And when you feel happy, the energy around you, the aura, expands. Somebody near you may feel the expansive energy, and it puts a smile on their face because it tickles. Do you have value? Yes, you have great immeasurable value. You are the extension of the creative principle of the One, equal the CPO. Blessed art thou. So be it. Yeshua ben Joseph, Jesus. Channeled through Judith Coates.